China is one of the countries most dependent on the Strait of Hormuz. The reason is simple. China imports enormous amounts of oil, and a large share of that oil comes from the Persian Gulf. China's energy dependence. China is the world's largest importer of crude oil. Roughly 40 to 45% of China's oil imports come from Gulf states, including Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates. Almost all of that oil must pass through the Strait of Hormuz before heading toward Asia. That means the strait is one of the most important energy lifelines for the Chinese economy. Why this matters for China? China's economy runs on manufacturing, shipping, and industrial energy demand. If the Strait of Hormuz was seriously disrupted, Chinese oil supplies could drop sharply, global oil prices would surge, manufacturing and transport costs in China would rise. Even temporary disruption would cause major economic shock. For that reason, Chinese strategists often call the strait a critical vulnerability. How dependent is China on the Strait of Hormuz? China's long-term strategy to reduce the risk. Because of this dependence, China has spent years trying to reduce its exposure. Some of the strategies include diversifying suppliers. China imports oil from Russia, Africa, and Latin America to avoid relying only on the Gulf. Building strategic reserves. China has constructed huge emergency oil stockpiles. Land pipelines. Pipelines from Russia and Kazakhstan bring oil directly over land. The Belt and Road Strategy. Infrastructure investments across Asia and the Middle East aim to secure long-term energy routes. The bigger geopolitical reality. Even with diversification, China cannot avoid the Strait of Hormuz entirely. A large portion of the world's oil supply still flows through that narrow channel. So stability in the strait is not just a Middle Eastern issue. It is a critical interest for China, Europe, India, Japan, and the global economy. In short, China may not control the strait, but its economy is deeply tied to what happens there.